So we're going to recap these speakers in my house in probably about half an hour's time after I've listened to the same song, which actually I've already started, 5 times. I listened to 2 songs 5 times. Then we're going to recap it and we'll come back and listen to the difference, and then we'll know the truth, certainly, about recapping. That's what I'm using. Monocor, monocar, polypropylene, same values. These actually were only £7. Yeah, Cricklewood Electronics here in North London. So yeah, I did 2 songs because I'm going to keep those in my head. If I do 5 songs, I won't be able to keep knowledge of that in my head. I might get a general picture, of course I will, but just 2, and I can really focus on what goes on, you know, that harmony, that sound. I can remember that. I did a bit of the beginning of Haitian Divorce, Steely Dan, really for the bass, because there's a little intro and you get a bing, boom, boom, 3 big, fat, juicy bass notes, and it goes low. It's very, very obvious, and I'm going to use that in particular to gauge what's going on in the basses, so because it's too easy. But generally speaking, you have to be careful with Steely Dan because they kind of make all speakers and all hi-fi sound good. They're so sort of immaculately produced. But yeah, Michael Bublé is Cry Me a River is one of the songs. It has a big orchestral production, a lot of noises, a lot of positions, just busy and clear and defined. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of Michael Bublé, but this song is a great one to test your hi-fi. It's sort of like a James Bond theme, the way they do it. It's a bit mad to speak this, but if you hear that song, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very dramatic. And the other song I'm using is Man Overboard, Blondie, just my favourite song at the moment. And again, quite a busy song, quite a lot of multiple harmonies. So I kind of know that song well. And as I say, I just want to do 2 because else I will not be able to keep a hold of it. The recapping here should be the simplest recap in history. If you can successfully comb your hair, you could recap these speakers. Yeah. Yeah, Celestion Ditton 15s, nice tweeter. I mean, you know, budget speakers from the back in the late 60s even. This could be 55 years old, which is kind of amazing that it's going well at all. But nice tweeter is probably the best thing about it. Infrabass radiator, passive, no magnet, that vibrates in sympathy with this at low frequencies. There's a brace in the middle, you know, just to stop the box vibrating, and it's veneered. It's kind of sort of expensively done for a cheap speaker. You won't get veneer on a cheap speaker today. But what do I want to say? Yeah, I mean, it's not a fantastic thing, but I'd say the tweeter is the best thing about it. So all you've got to do, is so simple, is pull the back out of this, pull it on top of your speaker. Now you can just cut your old capacitor off, get your new capacitor. It won't fit in that little harness the way the old one did, so I have to move that around, and just literally 2 solders and you're done. No circuit boards, nothing like this. Couldn't be easier. Yeah, couldn't be easier. So by the way, do like and subscribe this channel if you like it, because a lot of people don't get to see the videos if you don't subscribe and like it, or, you know, ring that bell. They literally they will not be suggested to you always. And I thought it would always be suggested, but it's simply not the case. So literally that took half an hour, maybe 40 minutes maximum, start to finish. This is what happened. First thing is, I thought I'll play something real quiet. I just want to check the speakers are working. You know, I've done a good job. So I just played anything actually. I don't know what it is, but real low. Even at that super low level, I was aware you're getting more bass. He was really aware of that. So that was the first thing that happened. Anyway, then I got into my two songs, Man Overboard and Michael Bublé. What the words I would use are more cohesive, better positioning, better structure, better sound stage, it would be the right word, and lower bass. The bass just is going lower. You know, the thoughts that come into I tell you the thought that came into my head, quite honestly, was it's like when you change the oil in your car and you go, that's better. I can feel it's all functioning good, working good. It's just working well. Every little bit just got a bit better. Now, I don't want to go crazy on this. The sound character of this speaker is the same. It doesn't sound like a speaker that I've changed the tweeter. It doesn't sound like a radically different thing. Just every little bit really just upped itself 15%, maybe 10, 15%. So really a definite win, you know, and an easy one to do. That's the old capacitor. An easy one to do because it's so easy on these speakers, yeah, because it's the way the crossover is orientated. It's not even on a circuit board. Let me also say what I did after that, because I thought, oh, let's do some more, try to improve these things. I got this bass driver out and rotated it, which I don't think I did before when I got these. And I made sure these screws and these screws are nice and tight. I can't tell you what a win this is. Just 2 days ago, someone lent me some speakers, bigger Celestions actually, 33s. Every driver was loose as hell. I mean, the bass driver, I was getting like well over a whole turn out, sometimes like turn and a half, 2 turns. This is such a loser, and it's so easily fixed. So, you know, this is anyway, it's not on the subject of capacitors, but do that if you've got old or new speakers, but particularly old because they just get looser in time. And these are into steel sleeves. You can tighten them up and then everything delivers better. So truly the upshot of changing that capacitor, rotating that and tightening up the bass driver, I'm getting a reasonable amount of pleasure out of these fairly cheapish or, you know, lower end of the range speakers. Have gone from, oh, no thank you, to not bad, nice tweeter, delivering me some nice mid-range. And now I've got some structure, courtesy of, you know, this one new capacitor. Okay, there you have it. Like, subscribe, support me on Patreon if you like. And send me a super thanks if you really like it. It took me well over a day in all to do this whole performance. So, you know, anyway, whatever you like. Thanks. Bye for now.